and welcome to the Gruyère AOP European Curling Championships 2017. We are here in St. Gallen, Switzerland, situated south of Lake Constance in the northeastern part of Switzerland. It's home to the beautiful St. Abbey, and we are inside the Ice Sports Centre for this second game in the round robin between Switzerland and Germany. I am Ken Edwards, and I'm joined by 2002 Olympic gold medalist Rona Howie, and we'll be bringing you coverage from numerous games, but the feature game is Switzerland-Germany. So, Team Switzerland, Esther Marilyn Albrecht at lead, Esther Nunswanderer at second, Manuela Siegrist at third, Silvana Terenzoni at skip. So Team Germany, Pia-Lisa Schoel at lead, Annalena Jentsch at second, Josephine Obermann at third, and the skip, Daniela Jentsch. So here are the standings so far. Only one game played. Team Germany yet to get off the mark. Switzerland already with one win on the board. Elsewhere though, Czech Republic taking on Hungary, Turkey versus Italy, Russia versus Scotland, and Denmark take on Sweden. So it'll be Germany playing the Yellowstones, Switzerland the red, and it's Switzerland to get us underway in the first end. And joined this morning is Rona Howie. And how do you expect this one to go, Rona?
I think it'll be a very close game. I think there'll be lots of stones in play from both teams. Say one's on one win and one's on no win, so Germany will want to get off the blocks fast here, so she's taking it on at the first end, putting up her corner guards to try and create an end of a score of 2. So yeah, I think we're in for an exciting game.
Yeah, both these teams very, very experienced at international level. Marlene Albrecht, the 29-year-old for Team Switzerland.
One of our few left-handers playing this week. Coming from the different hack, so slightly different angle coming into the head. Slip behind the tee there. Lies 2. The lead for the German team. Just trying to hit the top Swiss stone and roll over behind her corner guard that she's put up. Doesn't quite get the roll, but gets the double takeout, so plan B with that one.
Yeah, take another look at this one. Comes down onto the nose. And takes both of the reds away.
So straight away you can see Switzerland going out to take off the corner guard. They don't want to get in to any messy situations in the first end when they don't have last stone.
Esther Ninschwanderer playing the peel.
Just unfortunately nicked the yellow into the house, but they won't be bothered when it's open.
This is German second, Annalena Jentsch. Younger sister to Daniela, the skip.
She's just drawing the other side of the house to try and lie to. Want some separation between their stones so they don't leave a double takeout.
So Switzerland electing to hit the wide one. What's the thinking behind this tactic, Rona?
Yeah, they're just trying to hit in the nose and hope that Germany will hit and roll out with their next stones. So you maybe see some teams hit the top one and roll over on top of the one that's at the back of the house to put pressure on, but yeah, it's the first end, just getting used to the ice.
Yeah, we've just seen the rules of play there. Minimum of 6 ends in the round robin stages. 38 minutes thinking time and 1 timeout for each team.
War 20, aber sie hatten eher aufgemacht, oder?
Bitte? Ja, ja, da war
20.
Ja, ja.
Manuela Siegrist, 27-year-old, third player.
Ist nachhelfen nochmal?
Nicht testen.
Okay.
Das ist immer sehr gegen die 9 als 9.
Ja.
Josephine Obermann for Germany. Actually stays in Switzerland. Resides in Bern.
And she's just done what Switzerland were hoping she would do, was hit and roll out, so it gives them the opportunity to take out this other German stone. So with no guards in play, it's quite a clean first end, settling in both teams.
Yeah, just pushes the red through. So not many stones in play in this first end. Silvana Terenzoni. Seems to have been around for a number of years, but this is actually our first European Championships that she's skipped at. She's been alternate way back in 2007.
Yeah, this team spent quite a long time training in Canada and playing on the tour and Grand Slam events, so they've gained a lot of experience over the years.
Weil der ist beim Einspielen jedes Mal so extrem gekürzt. Okay. Ich weiß jetzt nicht, ob der mehr macht als die anderen. Ja.
So Germany will just want to... They haven't had the opportunity to build up a two at this end, so they'll want to just blank it and try and carry the last stone advantage forward into the second end. But my goodness, Daniela Jens has been playing since she's been 5 years of age. So been playing the game for a while. As you said, Kenny, she obviously plays with her sister, and her father was a European champion back in the 90s, so a big curling family.
Yeah, it's something that you do find within the curling community. It sort of flows in the blood, let's say.
Yeah, maybe youngsters, when they're growing up, their parents are spending their time in the ice rink, so the child gets taken along too and spends the hours there and just goes onto the ice and plays about. So it's a good way to start. So Switzerland just nosing that, trying to force Germany to take their one here, but say they'll hope to hit and roll out and blank the end.
Final stone of this first end. Germany looking to blank this. Have they done enough? Oh, just do enough to roll out of play and blank the end and retain that last stone advantage. So no score after the first as we head into the second.
Ja, wir konnten aber gut helfen, oder?
Ja, dazwischen ja. Sogar eher ein bisschen rausgefallen.
Passt.
Aber das ist gut.
Underway in the second end. Switzerland playing the red stones. Do you expect Switzerland to be aggressive with this, Rona?
Yeah, I think you'll see here they're putting up their centre guard, whereas Germany ideally would like the centre open and put up corner guards. So it's a tactical move here from Switzerland just to put up that centre guard and try and put a wee bit more pressure onto Germany to force them to take one at this end. And this is where the leads are so important. You know, their stone placement here is critical to set up the end the way the skips want it. Germany drawing a nice one in here. Right to the button. Putting a wee bit of weight at this just to tap it back. They can see the stone from the other end, so nice tap back weight.
Bisschen schneller. Yep. Okay. One tick.
Yeah, just take that one in the nose. Don't make a hide in behind.
Switzerland here would like to try and remove this yellow counter and roll in behind their centre guard. Hits that one on the nose. So Germany now trying to get the inside roll and better attempt, still showing maybe half the stone from the far hack, but slightly hidden now, makes it harder for Switzerland.
You just heard them there calling hack wake, I believe.
Yeah, just because she can't see the whole stone, she'll reduce her weight from the last time just to give the stone an opportunity to curl some more. See the green lights on the stone there, just confirming that she's released it before the hog line. She's played a nice hack weight. It's a roll over to the wing. And this is where Germany could ignore that if they want to try and build up a two and come round the centre guard. But she's saying there she feels the guard's too long. So having decided just to keep it clean, she's just trying to hit this one on the nose, on the wing, and stay in play.
Is this one going to hang around? It is.
It is.
So we're going to head over to sheet E. Denmark versus Sweden. Skip Anna Hasselberg. The chance to take the lead. Just looking to push this red stone over the top of the yellow at the back of the 8-foot. Executes the shot perfect. And they score 2 in the first end.
So Switzerland there just took the back stone out of play and rolled out themselves. So it's now giving Germany the chance to try to come round this centre guard.
So just about gets covered. But the only negative is that it's sitting back of the tee line, which would allow Switzerland just to come down and rest against it, but they're electing to push it through, I believe.
Yeah, Switzerland are obviously not wanting to take any chances when they don't have last stone this early in the game. Well, just playing a hack weight here just to try and tap it back, but a tighter line, and has caught the guard, but pushes it into the rings. So now an opportunity for Germany with last stone at this end to score 2. So it's important here for Germany just to keep this second counter in play. That has run out, so advantage back to Switzerland.
Yeah, it's a big mistake rolling out of play. Did have a chance to set up a good score of 2, and now that's pretty much gone.
Yeah, because if Switzerland can try and roll in behind this guard, they'll put the pressure back onto Germany too.
There's Jock Tyre, the coach for Team Germany.
Yes, he's got an interesting hobby with exotic bird training. So we need to ask him what that involves. So Silvana Tirinzoni wanting to try and take this German stone out of play and get the roll behind the guard. Sweeping.
Well, that one moved a lot.
And drew a long way.
There's Jerry Adam, the coach for Team Switzerland. He himself a lot of experience at the top level of curling.
So a few errors have creeped in here at this end from both sides. But again, now Germany have this chance to create a 2 at this end. She'll want to try and come round this guard. Sweepers just keeping it.
See, this one's got a long way to curl.
She wants to try and keep this one top tee. Yeah, that's a pretty nice shot. Because now it gives Switzerland something to think about. Because they can't really see that stone. You can see it well buried behind the guard. Does she just hit the open one, Kenny, and say, okay, have your 2?
I think so. I think that would be probably what I'd be doing, just nose the back one.
And she could follow that German stone in that's just been played and sit on top of it and lie shot. But obviously a wee rub off it and she would suddenly lose a 3. So it's early enough in the game. So an opportunity now for Germany to draw for 2.
Yeah, just one slight mistake from Terzoni has opened the door for Team Germany.
Schauen, ich hatte wenig Grundlänge. Ich versuche schon mit normaler Grundlänge zu kommen. Sie nicht so viel mit der Hand machen muss.
Final stone of the second end. Daniela Inch just looking to be fully 12 foot anywhere in the paint, really. See the timing screen on the bottom right.
Yep. 13.6 should be good. Perfect. So a few errors on that end, but Germany concrete 2 with last stone.
Germany, they lead 2-0 after 2 ends.
Never before in the history of the World Men's Curling Championship has the stage been so spectacular and the backdrop so electric. A never-before opportunity to watch the best of the best on ice and soak up everything else you love about Las Vegas, including the first ever 9-day pool party. Reserve your place in history now at LasVegasCurling.rocks. Las Vegas 2018, your curling oasis awaits.
Into the third end of this round robin match here at the Gruyère European Curling Championships 2017, and it's Switzerland versus Germany. Germany with the advantage, 2-0 after 2 ends. So I think we'll see some aggressive play now from Switzerland.
Yeah, they'll want to put up their corner guards, and they've got that last stone at this end, so they want to try and build something.
So elsewhere, Russia taking on Scotland. Scotland's Eve Muirhead looking to play a tap to possibly score 2 points in this opening end. Line looks really tight on that guard. Sneaks past it though and bumps the yellow down into the 4 foot for a score of 2. So Czech Republic versus Hungary. Czech Republic 1-0 ahead. But Hungary with a chance to pick up a handful. Dorja Polanska, a skip for Hungary. Has just drawn this one down into the 8 foot. Is it 4 or is it 5? It's a score of 4. And a 4-1 lead after 2 ends.
Wir gehen nach außen wegrollen.
Der ist gut.
So Germany just deciding here they don't want to get into too much of a mess, so they're trying to clear off the corner guard. They're lying quite well on the button, guarded. The Swiss stone came up a wee bit short. So Switzerland will need to try and move the red here up to either split it or tap it.
Schöne breit noch. Länger. Hinter 12.
So sweeper's hanging back just now. Must have enough weight. Hoping it'll curl a wee bit more. Not a bad result, just splitting to have 2 counters in the house. And it opens up their way into the yellow stone that's lying short.
Well, this one from Daniela Inch is well inside. Have they managed to hold it?
Oh, just rolls over the top of the other one.
Yeah. Bit of a mistake there from the German second player.
Yeah, it leaves that opportunity now for Switzerland just to come in and play a tap on this stone. So she's looking good for line. Yep, that's a nice shot there.
Yeah, so we're going to take a look at Turkey versus Italy. Italy with the lead. Vishal Yildiz, the Turkish skip, playing in their first A-Division European Championships. Already picking up that win against Russia last night. Looking to score 2, but that one pulled up short and would only score a single.
So Germany deciding they don't want to follow the Swiss stone in, they would try and raise the guard on to the one on top of the 4. But unfortunately didn't make the contact with the one in the house, so advantage to Switzerland here now, Kenny.
So what are the options here? Do you guard the centre or do you freeze the outside in red?
Yeah, well they're looking that they would want to leave the centre red in case Germany jammed it on their own back one, so they're looking at, do they put a third counter on the other side of the house to keep distance between their own stones? Because I always think you don't want to put up that centre guard when you've got last stone advantage. You know, keep the house clear, keep it simple, and just spread your stones around the house. So I think she's elected to go for that, just to draw the other side. So she'll want it fairly level with her own stone so that they can't lift the 2 reds out at once.
Nur vorne 4. Ja, ist vorne 4. Noch ein bisschen raus, wenn es geht.
Lieber vorne als hinten. Wow, warte schon. Okay.
Ist noch nicht gleich hoch, wie sie stabilisieren.
Gut. Schön. Gut.
So sweepers kind of watched that at the end going in, could have done with it just a fraction further so it was more level, but Germany not going for the double. They would rather remove the short stone.
Do you agree with this call, Rona?
I think Germany are just looking at, that's the shot, we need to move it rather than take the wing one and roll over. So they're thinking they can either lift the double on this side or roll over and lie two. She sits on top of her own. Oh. Neither or. So that, you know, turns advantage straight to Switzerland with last stone, that they can now remove this and lie three. Really, Germany needed to keep their shooter in play there.
Seacrest trying to hit and stay. And again, inside the broom. That one rolled out of play. There's two interns we've seen in two errands that really have cut away very aggressively.
Yeah, because at this stage, you know, you when you want to keep your stone in play, it's crucial that you do hit in the nose or get that roll. Rolling out the house is always tough when you've got last stone, because you're building up that head and it's crucial to keep your stones in play. So this now gives Germany the opportunity to remove this Swiss counter and roll over towards the other one. Playing quite big weight at this one. She's not far away. Oh, just rolls over the top. So Switzerland can breathe a sigh of relief, and now they'll want to split the house and lie two.
So whereabouts is the ideal spot for this stone, Rona?
Ideally level with their other red stone in the house, so that Germany can't lift the two of them out. That's pretty perfect there.
So Scotland 2 up on Russia on sheet D. And it looks like Anna Sidrova has a chance to level the score. Attempting a takeout out wide. And they do enough to pick up the 2 points and level that one over on sheet D.
Also, das ist immer so, ja, wenn man es sehen, das ist gut. Zum Schluss bisschen nach innen rollen. Ja.
Daniela Jentsch. Oh, just looking for a nose hit and check across the side to set shot. And well played by the German skip. Forces Switzerland to play a shot with their last.
Yeah, that was important to lie shot there, so Switzerland can't afford to hit and run out. They want to hit this on the nose to score 2.
Final stone for Team Tiranzoni, and a chance to level it too.
I need to sweep this one hard, Kenny.
Yeah, they really will need to go hard. This was cutting really hard. And that one hits and rolls out of play, so only a single point. So it's Germany who lead 2-1 after 3 ends.
Ja, wenn meiner von vorne kommt, sieht es auch nochmal ganz anders aus. Dann sind sie unter Druck.
Fourth end, and it's Germany who lead 2-1. Switzerland chasing the game. So Rona, you're a little surprised at how slow the Swiss have started this morning?
Yeah, they've had a lot of half shots so far. You know, they're building up chances, which is good, but they just need to capitalise and finish it off. So, yeah, that was a missed opportunity for their 2. So there, Germany have gone back tee with their lead stone. So this will give Switzerland the opportunity to come round and try and build up some kind of head in behind. 94% for Marling after 3 ends, so she's having a good game so far. Just came up a wee bit shorter than she'd hoped with that one. Germany decide to ignore that and come round on the other side. Sweeping this one really hard to try and get it right round the guard. Oh, and just comes up short.
Is that the opportunity Switzerland need to try and get something going?
Ja.
Yeah, they want to get right round here because Germany's got last stone. So now that there's two centre guards on, Germany don't want the centre covered up.
Esther Schwanderer, 90%. Probably feel a little aggrieved that they're trailing in this game, shooting them percentages. This one's looking pretty good at the moment.
They're just looking for it to curl a bit at the end, in behind the cover. Yeah, that's a good attempt there. Great shot. And it's sucking Germany in to draw behind as well and follow that, whereas, you know, they're one up in the game with last stone. They could peel the centre guards.
Annalena Jentsch, 83%. And this one's got a high line. Needs to curl.
Okay.
Well, we're going to take a look at the Czech Republic versus Hungary. Hungary, somewhat surprisingly, 4-1 ahead. Anna Kubiskova, the skip, had a great season so far. Looking to at least medal at these championships. Hits on the nose and gets one back on the board, so they only trail by 2. So it's Hungary 4, Czech Republic 2. So Denmark, Sweden. And it's Sweden leading 4-0, but this is Madeleine Dupont for Denmark. Looking for a nose hit. And makes that one in the nose. So they get on the scoreboard and they trail by 3. 4-1 over in sheet E. For a future game, a few stones being played, and there's a lot of granite in and around that 4-foot area.
Yeah, Germany were just slightly heavy with theirs and came back T, and Switzerland tried to come in and they also were heavy, so it's now given a bit of a target for Germany here. Wasn't the result they were looking for, but it's cleared things up a bit, but it still can give Switzerland the opportunity now if they can come round. They are lying short, but they have to be very careful here because Germany are lying second, third and fourth shot.
spiele es 3 und dann kann ich dir schauen.
Manuela Sigris playing 84% so far in the first 3 ends. So she wants to make sure here that she does stop shorter rather than too far in to leave that double. So that's okay, it guards the way into the shot. I think you'll see Germany now trying to clear some granite out the front to give her a way in.
Do you think this is the right one to be hitting, Rona?
Germany's actually got 2 options because it can come round to the red Swiss stone on one hand, and on the other side they can raise their own yellow. So I think if she can clear 2 guards here at once, that really wasn't the result that they were hoping for there.
No, definitely not.
So this is a good opportunity for Switzerland to pile the pressure on.
Siegrist again on the in-turn. Be interesting to see if this stone moves a lot.
Sweepers seem quite happy with the weight at the moment. Starting to curl now.
Yeah, I think you possibly have a stone that's cutting a little bit more than the rest.
It's pretty good there. It blocks the road in. I think Germany will still want to clear up this front.
Wenn wir da drauf schießen, ob der dann den mitnimmt, dass er uns zumindest die eine Seite aufmacht. Oder ob es blöd passieren kann, dass wir nur unseren Second rausnehmen.
Because
Auf der anderen Seite, was passiert, wenn wir unseren
careful
Second rausnehmen? Nichts.
with all these other counters.
Und ich glaube, das ist knapp, weil der streift hier sonst schon. Also da
Ich komme halt bloß mittlerweile nicht mehr ran.
ja, ich würde auf jeden Fall aufmachen. Ja.
Ich würde was aufmachen.
German skip and third, just having a look at the plants here
Ich glaube
from
schon,
the
dass er
guards,
da
whether they
den
can
aufmacht.
use
Die liegen weit genug auseinander, würde ich sagen.
the guards to come into the house
Wir brauchen halt schon ein bisschen Länge, dass
and
was
do some
passiert.
damage to
Ja.
Switzerland.
Yeah, certainly need to move something around and change the angles.
Mit dem.
Oh, so a big weight here. Try and clear some granite.
Way inside. Two poorly executed shots.
If anything, that makes the situation better for Switzerland now to protect that one in the house.
Silvana Tiranzoni, 77% for the tournament so far.
Linie ist gut. Bisschen lang. Bis breit. Linie ist gut. Mitte, bis da. Nur Mitte. Linie, Ziellinie.
Can't afford to oversweep this one and allow it to curl too much. Finds a nice spot.
Yeah, that covers the shot pretty well.
So, over on sheet D, Russia and Scotland all square. It's Scotland skip Eve Muirhead with her last rock. Looking to blank this end. Pings that one out. But they're going to measure that red out wide. And it was counting. So they stole one. So Turkey, Italy, Daniela Gaspari. Trying to open up a lead. There's a nose hit here. Are they going to hold it? I think they are. That's going to be a score of 2 and a 3-1 lead over Turkey.
Aber dann haben wir halt immer noch nicht viel, was
Ja,
wir
dann
machen
ist auch
können.
noch immer zu.
Ja. Weißt, wenn ich jetzt nur mit normal komme oder so, weil der verliert ja schon ein bisschen Kraft.
Normal mischt.
Ja, ja, normal brauche ich auf jeden
Ja.
Fall. Ja, komm, dann.
Ja, ich würde es tatsächlich als Spiel probieren.
Ich auch. Ja. Bisschen neben der Nase.
Genau.
So. Ja, auf geht's. Ja, oder ist ein Haar.
So again here Germany are looking at the plant to see if they can really use anything useful to come in. But they really need to get this open now to give herself a chance with her last stone.
Yeah, just need to catch the high side.
She's played a big weight here. Try and move some granite out the way.
Does give herself a couple of options, but didn't really open things up the way they should have liked.
Sehr gut. Kommen wir da wieder.
You see it once more. I think if they were wanting to try and possibly pick the red out of the 1 foot, they needed to push the red top right. And they possibly chose the wrong one to drive in.
Go! Sieht er jetzt nicht so spät, aber kann es eigentlich ähnlich.
Ja, auch was in die Lauf spielen.
So you see the time clocks for both sides. Change to thinking time.
Yep, so the clock stops as the stone slides over the tee line. You get 38 minutes of thinking time per game, and it's up to them how they allocate that time and through the 10 ends. So just looking here to guard this way into the yellow so that Germany can't use the yellow to raise onto the shot. Do you think that was the right place, Kenny, there to put that?
I think so. I would like to maybe a couple of feet further up, to be honest.
Yeah, Germany can still use this outside red to come in.
Können wir den, weißt du, wenn wir zu voll haben, ja, der müsste auf jeden Fall noch ein Stück rollen.
Den machen wir jetzt.
Ich will nur nicht, dass der hinten hängen bleibt und der vorne liegen bleibt, aber ich glaube, das geht nicht. Der hat ja immer die
There's no danger here for Germany. You know, they've got second, third and fourth counters, so there's no danger to go for this.
Yeah, it does probably give a chance for a 2, maybe 3 if you catch it right. But looking at the angles, you're probably going to catch the one on the centre line at the back of the 8 foot. So there's an opportunity for Team Germany and Daniela Jentsch with the final stone of this 4th end.
Oh, sweeping early.
Have they give it a chance? They haven't.
Okay.
Yeah, so a bit of a missed opportunity. Didn't really give it a go. So the game all square after 2.
Never before in the history of the World Men's Curling Championship has the stage been so spectacular and the backdrop so electric. A never-before opportunity to watch the best of the best on ice and soak up everything else you love about Las Vegas, including the first ever 9-day pool party. Reserve your place in history now at LasVegasCurling.rocks. Las Vegas 2018. Your curling oasis awaits.
So inside this ice sports centre in St. Gallen, Switzerland. This is our feature game between Switzerland and Germany. All square as we are into the fifth end. I'm Ken Edwards and I'm joined by Rona Howie. And it's been a very interesting start to this game, hasn't it, Rona?
It has. There's been a couple of errors from both sides and just not capitalising on chances at the moment. But, you know, it's back to level pegging now. Switzerland had the chance for a 2 and didn't take it, but they've managed to steal that one back. So it's back to all square. So you can see that Switzerland put the centre guard up straight away. Germany trying to come round, top tee, and plays that perfectly.
Gut, schön. 82, 90. Das ist gut.
Komm, recht viel geben. Ziellinie ist gut, Ziellinie.
Fest!
So Switzerland will want to bring this one in just to freeze on top of the yellow stone, but this one's cutting. It's light and weight, and she's just given another centre guard.
Will they be disappointed with that result at all?
I think they'll be quite happy. You know, it's the opportunity in the free guard zone for their lead to put 2 guards up, give them something to play with and build an end.
92 anwischen.
Zwei.
Platz ist gut, Platz ist gut. 5. Platz ist super.
Vamos, Gallen!
7, 8. 5, 6.
Freeze.
Der ist gut.
Muss Gallen!
Vorne 8. Sophie, vorne 8. Schön, Pia.
Gut so.
So another lovely stone there from the German lead.
Schön.
Perfectly placed. So Switzerland will want to come in and just try and tap this back a wee bit and give some separation between the 2 yellow stones. Just a kind of hack weight tap back. Sweepers are going to have to work hard on this to hold the line. And is she passed? Oh, just.
Oh,
That's a lovely shot.
it's a great scrub by the front end.
She's happy with that.
Oh, that was tight.
Also ich spiele maximal T-Line. Genau. 80. Kurz gleich.
Aber 20 länger. Ja, Linie! 9!
So Germany just wanting to come in here and freeze on top of the Swiss stone. They work. Oh, she just caught the guard.
Okay. 83, 89.
So we nip across to sheet D, and it's Sweden in command, 4-1 up on Denmark. Anna Hasselberg. Can she add to the 4 points already scored early in this game? Sweepers going hard on this one. And they can, and it's going to be a big 3 and a 7-1 lead after 4 ends. Sweden really in command. So Scotland trailing Russia, but a chance to take the lead once more after that slight error in the third end. Scotland's Eve Muirhead with a nose hit.
Just clean, clean, clean. Oh.
Right on to the nose and a score of 2. They now lead 4-3 after 4. Well, do you think that was the right call, Rona, trying to come around the 2 centre guards?
I think for Germany there, you know, we've got last stone at this end, so they want to try and build a 2. They are lying short. However, I think they could have, the red guards could easily both have gone there at the centre, and they could even have created a corner guard off of that. So I think she's getting sucked in by Switzerland at the moment into drawing round. However, Switzerland, look, they just need to tap this a wee bit on the wide side and has left Germany lying short. Because that was a perfect opportunity just to tap back there and lie 3 in a row. So she's opened this up, which helps Germany now to try and hit and roll inside off this. Sweeping this one hard to hold it.
Oh, well, they were lucky they caught anything with that. It was a great scrub. Just caught the red out wide. So Switzerland looking here whether to come up and freeze the back yellow or even just nudge up their front red. But Switzerland will be happy. They've now got the guards there as cover, so they can try and take the game on here and put some pressure onto Germany. I'll just wait for this one to swing quite aggressively towards the end. Yeah, it comes down the hill now. Ideally, she'd like just to freeze it and not move it, but it's punted it back to lie 2, so it certainly puts the pressure onto Germany. Have they managed to get past the tight guards? Oh, they have. The sweepers held that well. So Switzerland lie that one at the back of the
4 foot now, so they're looking at how they can get another counter in here and protect this.
Ja, nice, good, good. Go.
The yellow looks very tempting there for Germany to tap up.
It does.
That's good, that's good.
But while Switzerland decide what they're going to do, let's take a look at Turkey versus Italy. Italy 3-1 ahead. And Distal Yildiz, the skip, trying to possibly pick up 4. Sneaks past. Oh, great shot. And it is a big score of 4 and a 5-3 lead after 4 ends. So Turkey really mixing it with the big boys.
Touch me, ja, 65, so beter.
So Switzerland now, Savannah Tiranzoni has decided to leave that side as it is and try and come round the far side to lie 2. Just waiting for it to start curling.
Okay, zijn jullie mee? Ja, neem nog een. Ja. Goed.
It's a great line, just a fraction heavy back tee. It would give Germany something to follow, but at least she lies 2 and puts the pressure onto Germany.
Aber ich glaube, ein bisschen weniger braucht man.
Genau, das will ich auch ein bisschen. Ja, ist gut. Gut.
Wobei das Haus ja schnell ist.
Dann so hinten 8 länger, oder? 80. Ich denke ja.
Well, what's the call here, Rona? Have they elected to play the tap or have they elected to play the draw?
They have discussed both options, and I think both options are still available. The first call, I think, is to come round and freeze the back red. But this is the line where some of them have cut quite quickly, so it gives them that option. If they play that same weight, they'll get a nice wee tap on their own yellow. Should just be playing a kind of back 4 weight. It certainly looks as though it's got the draw. Sweeper's working very hard to hold it. It's just light of weight. She could have afforded to be on the heavier side there because she had options. A wee shake of her head there. She knows that was an opportunity missed. And her shooter has now guarded her own yellow, so it's not so easy to tap with her next one. So this Switzerland can come in and close the door.
Der darf lieber lang sein.
Ja, der war 75.
Ja, aber er war nicht, er war kurz. Ihr müsst ihn trotzdem wischen.
Aber ich meine, es wird langsamer, den machen. Oder was sagt dein Hockhock?
You seem a bit bewildered that that was so short. I don't know what the discussion is there. So a great opportunity here for Switzerland to really pile the pressure on if they can bring a third stone in here. The line looks okay. She's out wide enough. It's just what the weight's going to do.
Can they tuck this one in?
Oh, fantastic shot there. Yep, really piled the pressure onto Germany now.
Yeah, just looking to cover the inside. You see, they're just swooping the right-hand side as we look at it. Just trying to tuck that inside edge.
So Germany looking at this other side now, Kenny, where Switzerland came round, the skip came round with their first stone, but because they've moved the guard with her first stone, she's having to go wider. So I think, you know, they were having a confab there about how much ice they need to take to follow in here. The opportunities here for Germany to draw the 4 foot and get shot.
Yeah, they don't need to get too tight to the guard, I don't think. I think there's enough pull once it gets past that yellow to get into the 4. A really key shot before the break for Daniela Jensen. See how wide this one is. And it's really out in the frosty stuff, this. And I don't think it's going to curl enough.
No, it's not got the weight out there to bring it back in, so.
Big steal of 3 for Switzerland as they go into the break. It's Switzerland 5, Germany 2. Second end of the game between Switzerland and Germany. Skip Daniela Jensen just needing to be in the 8 foot for a score of 2 in the first. And here we go. The first score on the board is to Germany as they lead 2-0. Third end. Switzerland with a chance to strike back and level the score. Tiranzoni for Switzerland does make contact with the yellow, but rolls out of play, and it was only a single. Trailing 2-1 into the 4th. They are sitting 1. Germany have an opportunity to possibly score 3. Trying the angle raise. This one just over curled. That was a steal of 1, and the game was tied, but after 5, it's Switzerland leading 5-2. Czech Republic versus Hungary. And we take a look at this one, and Hungary facing 2 Czech stones. Dorota Palanska just needing to be in the 8 foot, really. No real pressure. Swoopers having to go hard on this one. I think this one's going to pull up short. So Czech Republic getting themselves back in the game after trailing 4-1. They now lead 5-4. Elsewhere, Turkey, a little bit of a surprise. They are 5-3 ahead of Italy. Scotland, they are 4-3 ahead of Russia. And Sweden really in control. They are 7-1 leaders over Denmark.
Eigentlich okay. Ihre, die hinten 8 war. Und gehen wir jetzt ins Haus, oder?
The other thing is that we're getting set up. We're getting set up beautifully with those first 2 rocks, and then we need to take that opportunity to blow the middle open. What's happening is we're then getting out positioned, or we're not getting that perfect run, and we're not getting an opportunity to clean out the middle. We need to clean out that middle just a little bit earlier, instead of letting. I know.
Well, but
no,
in that end, that was not the case. We had the perfect opportunity for the hit and roll, and we just didn't make it.
Right, but we also had a perfect opportunity because we have the hammer. We don't want all the play going to the middle. To blow the middle open, we're lying 2 frozen there, and now their rock is exposed, and we're dealing with only playing to the middle with lots of rocks in the wings and nothing in the middle. That's where we got it. They want to play the middle. They're exactly like the Hungarians. They want to little into the middle.
So let's take a look at the stats. Switzerland 79%, Germany 71%. Real difference is on the draws. Germany way down at 63% and Switzerland 85%. And you see 4 stolen points for Switzerland.
Okay, T-Line, vorne 4. Länge ist gut. Okay, Länge ist alles steht. T-Line bis T-Line Lauf zu machen. Ja, ist gut.
Nee, aber bestimmt schon weiter so.
eigentlich schon. Ja.
So, back with the Gruyère European Curling Championships here from St. Gallen, Switzerland. In the Ice Sports Centrum. Feature game between Switzerland and Germany. Switzerland 5-2 ahead.
Nur die Gas.
The 6th end, I think Germany will have to try and force the play now. And that is not a good start.
Yeah, they really wanted that short to try and give them that corner guard and build something. Now let Switzerland hit this one out of play and keep the game in the head, which is exactly what Switzerland want to happen.
Yeah, the free guard zone has been a great addition to the game, hasn't it, Rona?
Absolutely. A lot more stones in play. A lot more draws having to be played in the game, and it's a lot more exciting to play and to spectate. And it certainly made the lead a very specialised position in the team. As I say, their shot play dictates what happens in the end. So that's better. She's come up short with that one, but it's now the second player's stone for Switzerland, so it gives them the opportunity just to hit this and even roll into the house.
Esther Nish, Wanderer. So the game 85%, a tournament of 89. If she continues to shoot like that, she's going to be pretty hard to beat.
Yeah, she's having a great game today. So Germany now need to Try and make the best of the stones that are in play. So they'll use the one that's just biting the rings to draw around.
Yeah, Lena Jentsch just slightly behind her counterpart. Mid 70% for the game and the tournament.
The line looks good. It's whether her weight's stop. It's pretty good there. She was trying to bury behind that guard to make it difficult for Switzerland to remove it, but there you can see at least 3/4 of the stone. Switzerland have got that 3-up advantage now in the game, so they don't really need stones in play at the moment. They're quite happy to hit and run here. Yeah, well played. So the same shot again here. To try and draw behind and get covered. Trying to pull it as far as they can to try and bury it behind that red stone. Good effort. So just asking Manuela Siegrist how much she can see of the stone. So for the tournament she's had an accuracy of 83%, but this game down at 70. She struggled a wee bit early on. She's tight with this one and just catches her own top one, which is exactly what Germany were trying to force them to do, make that error. So gives Germany the opportunity to try and build a 2 now at this end, when they've got last stone advantage.
Josephine Obermann. A couple of poor shots in the 4th and 5th end has meant her stats have dropped down to the 60%.
She's looking here just to freeze on top of the Swiss stone and play in the 4-foot, so it makes it difficult for Switzerland to remove. So now it gives Switzerland the thought, do they hit the open one or do they try and move the one that's not quite happy to hit that one and leave the other one, because it would just jam in their own stone. So they just hit and run out now, so Germany will just replace one at the other side of the house.
So one game already finished, and that is Denmark versus Sweden. Sweden really getting off to a great start. 8-1 winners in their second match here at the European Championships. 2 wins for them so far as they stroll on. So do we think we'll just see Switzerland just peel the open yellow?
Yeah, I think so, because I think she's probably thinking if Germany make a play in the other one, Although the Swiss counter will go, it may leave a double on the 2 yellows that would be remaining. So she's quite happy to take this one at the moment. She could put up a guard and guard her shot, but no, she's 3 up. She wants to keep it as simple as possible. So Germany, knowing that that's a fairly easy shot for her to get a 2, just to raise the red on the yellow onto the red, she's ignoring that and just putting another counter in the house.
Der muss halt wirklich bis in 12 Fuß, gell? Weil wenn sie einen Hit and Stay drauf spielt, dass sie halt nicht besser ist, als wenn ich nachher den Runback spiele. Ja. Also was brauchen wir? 80? Ja, 80, 85, gut.
Schaut gut aus.
12 Fuß.
Daniela Jentsch. Mid-60s for tournament and the game. Will need to improve if they're wanting to feature in the playoffs.
Yeah, so they're quite happy with that there.
I think that needs to be a little bit deeper, to be honest, Rona, because if Switzerland could hit and roll to the sort of edge of the 8 foot back of the 4, should Germany play a nose hit, they wouldn't score 2.
Yeah, the red would jam on the back red one, but yep, she's got to make it first.
Well, that's not going to pose them any challenges, so it's a straightforward nose takeout for Germany to score a 2.
Schön auf die Nase.
So if they manage to hold this one for line, I think they have.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, a big score of 2. So now they're a gap to 1 after 6 ends. And it's Switzerland who still lead 5-4 over Germany.
Never before in the history of the World Men's Curling Championship has the stage been so spectacular and the backdrop so electric. A never-before opportunity to watch the best of the best on ice and soak up everything else you love about Las Vegas, including the first ever 9-day pool party. Reserve your place in history now at LasVegasCurling.rocks. Las Vegas 2018. Your curling oasis awaits.
underway in this 7th end of the Gruyère AOP European Curling Championships 2017 from St. Gallen, Switzerland. We're inside the Ice Sports Centre. I'm Kenny Ebers and I'm joined by Rona Howie for this round-robin game between Switzerland and Germany, and it's Switzerland who are leading by 5 shots to 4, and this game's very much still open, isn't it, Rona?
Absolutely, it's either team could still win this game. Just one in the scoreline, so tables have turned a wee bit now. Germany are putting up the centre guards. They won't cover. So I think we'll see a few stones in play at this end.
Yeah, the free guard zone has been a great addition to the game. And you'll remember way back, Rona, playing without the free guard zone. Didn't really make for interesting curling.
It was always a case of, if you're up in the game, you know, it was a very open, clean game, and it could be frustrating as well to play it, but also for spectating it could be a bit boring. So it's much more exciting when you can have guards and play in stones.
So Czech Republic versus Hungary, and Dorocha Polanska for Hungary, looking for a 2, maybe a 3 in this 6th end. Pushes the red through, doesn't quite make the 3, but scores 2 and takes the lead once again, 6-5 in that one. Yeah, some good setup play by Switzerland.
Yeah, Germany have just scored that 2 back, so they don't want to be too clever here and lose a big end, so they want to try and force Switzerland to take their 1. So they've got their centre guard up, but they need to make a play in these reds. Tight of line, and sweepers are really working hard. She doesn't want to take her guard off. Oh, well swept. Scrape past the guard. And that's a great result for them in there, although they're not lying shot. They're lying in a good position as second shot. Really working that one hard. Oh, just shaves past the guard. Yeah, that's a good result there. So Switzerland don't want to get into a mess either, so they're just going to clear this centre guard off to eliminate the chance of Germany being able to build on anything. They've got last stone advantage. They're happy the centre of the house is open.
Ja.
So Germany just trying to raise their yellow stone onto the red and roll over to the wing. She's played that nicely. Why 3?
Yeah, some good separation between the stones. Well, hits and runs and rolls across, sits short out in the wing, so it forces Germany to go after it.
Nochmal. Ja. Nochmal. Hier. Sauber. Ja. Oh. Ja. Ja.
Seen Stones moving quite aggressively out here. This one's held pretty straight though.
Sehr schön. Schön. 15.
Ja.
War gut so, denke ich.
Mein erster, der aushängt, mal ein bisschen
So, Turkey, Italy. And this is Daniela Gaspari. Trailing 6-3. This looks as if she's just trying to get the single point. Supers look happy with this. And that's right down into the forefoot. They now trail by 6 shots to 4.
You can see a happy Manuela Siegrist there, lifting a nice double.
I think it's a triple, in fact,
Triple,
Rona.
sorry. Oh, so it was.
So tidy things up really well.
A nice tidy up shot.
Gut so.
Ein Tick schneller.
Ja.
Ein bisschen schneller, ist gut. Ja, das aber gleich merkt, wenn Richtung der Kamera.
So really Switzerland aim really now at this end is to blanket. They're not going to get their 2, so they're quite happy to keep it clean and try and blank the end.
Yeah, hit and run. I don't think they'll be too unhappy with that, though.
Ich glaube 90 reicht.
Da läuft es doch normal.
Ja, ich glaube auch.
Ja.
So there we see some of the other games going on.
Was meinst du von innen nach außen?
Hungary
80 ist mein 90.
ahead of Czech Republic, Turkey up on Italy, Scotland 5-3 ahead of Russia, and one game that's already finished, Sweden 8-1 winners over Denmark.
Sieht gut aus? 90, 96. 4, 5.
So into the skip stones.
Wird gut sein. Länge ist gut. 7.
T-Line.
7.
Sehr gerade. 14-1. Ja, hier. Ja. Gut so, super. Sehr schön sehen.
Schön. Gut sehen. Super Länge. Sehr gut. 90. Gut, sehr gut. Aber war positiv. Ja.
So not too much going on in this 7th end. We'd expect Germany to really have a hard push in the 8th end, as well as Switzerland have a hard push to try and close the game out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you'll see Switzerland really trying hard for their 2, but you'll also see Germany going for the steal. As I say, that's the business end of the game, and that's where you can really see the teams, the tactical side of the game coming into play more so with these experienced teams. The last couple of ends is where they win or lose the game. So it's Germany's lead that comes into the head to act as a vice skip. Pia Liesel show. Should hit that in the nose well, trying to force Switzerland here to take a one, but Savannah Tiranzoni will be hoping to hit and run, blank the end.
So this final stone of the 7th end. Switzerland 5-4 ahead, looking to blank this 7th. And executes the shot, blanks the 7th end as they retain the lead 5-4, and that all-important last stone advantage as they head into the 8th.
Ja, einfach weiter so.
Ja, dann jetzt zu einem Swing, oder?
Jetzt können wir eigentlich ins Haus gehen, weil sie wird jetzt die Corner Guard spielen.
Eighth end.
Ich glaube, der braucht.
Länge ist gut.
Germany versus Switzerland.
Sieht schnell aus.
So Länge.
Linie ist gut.
Ist gut.
Vorne 4.
So Germany electing to go top of the forfeit. Is this a strange call for you, Rona?
I thought she might have gone for the centre guard. You know, she wants to force Switzerland to take her one, or she could steal. But she's obviously quite keen to keep play in the house and try to force the one. But as you saw at the last end, Switzerland were pretty clinical in blanking the end. So at the 8th end of the game, you really need to try and take the game on if you want to win.
There's a comparison on the stats. Marlene Albrecht out shooting Pia Liesel. Joelle.
So I think because we've seen that stone coming into the house from Germany, it's going to be quite a clean end, Kenny. There's not going to be many stones being built up.
That's not what we expected, is it?
No, not in the 8th end of the game. Because even if Germany did force Switzerland to take the one, you know, they're 2 down with only 2 ends to go. The only other reason you maybe see teams doing this is if they're running out of time in their time clock and they're trying to run an end through to save time for the last couple of ends.
War schon normal, aber halt ein bisschen lang.
So just trying to replace this yellow with a red. Does make a nice roll to the wing. comparisons at second. Fairly even, to be honest.
Gut so. Schön. Ja. Wir müssen rausrühren. Kannst du ihn putzen? Ja.
Yeah, it's turned out to be a little bit of a non-event this 8th end, hasn't it, Rona?
It has, yes. Maybe the 9th end will be the one that gives us all the stones in play and all the big shots that are going to happen. I mean, technically and tactically, they still have to make these shots at this end, but not as high percentage shots when it's an open hit compared to the more delicate shots.
Geld noch nicht viel.
Es wird lang aus eigentlich.
Ja, besser, oder?
Ja, im Stein auch.
Geld nicht. Ja, aber also hin einfach. Aber ist okay. Gut. Weiter! Länger gut. Ja. Ist gut. Er nimmt viel Geld.
So there's the thirds. Interestingly enough, it's Josephine Overrun who's out shooting Seacrest. But it's Seacrest and our Swiss team who are ahead. So really the only stat that matters is the scoreboard, to be honest, Rona.
Yeah, stats are an indication of play. They're not the black and white of the performance, because it's four, you know, there's 4 players in the team and you could have 2 playing well and 2 playing not so well, but it's playing the right shot at the right time that matters to win games. You're obviously looking for a consistency factor throughout the game. And stats like that are also a good indication for the skip, how your players are playing, and if there's one hand that they're maybe slightly struggling with, then you're aware of that for the next game or a certain shot. So it's a good indication and a good monitoring of performance.
Gut, auf geht's, Dani.
A nice nose hit from the German skip. We'll expect Tirinzoni to remove it. And you see the stats, Tirinzoni at 88 and Daniela Jensch at 75. Not a dreadful game at 75. But,
It's probably more the draws there. You can see a massive difference between the 2 skips, and it's that draw percentage that makes that difference when it's their stones that count at the end of the end.
Team plus. Warte. Wo. Okay, gut. Putzen. Putzen. Ja. 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 Schön.
Danielle Jentsch with her final stone. Still one to play in this 8th end. Just looking for a hit and stay. Well, that one hits and rolls out of place. I didn't apply any pressure whatsoever. And this just leaves Switzerland with a simple throw through to blank the end.
Jetzt hier noch Zeit ein bisschen abgeben zum Anfangsspiel. Eben, die 65, 70. Innerhalb vom 8. Also, ja. Ja, 70 ist gut. Du hast ihn.
So Switzerland will be quite happy. Be able to throw through after 8 ends. They're 1 up in the scoreboard and they've got last stone advantage. So they're in the driving seat right now.
Interesting, they're actually taking their one.
They have decided to take their one. They would rather be 2 up, playing the 9th.
Well, it's up to the teams how they approach it, but it's now Switzerland 6, Germany 4.
Never before in the history of the World Men's Curling Championship has the stage been so spectacular and the backdrop so electric. A never-before opportunity to watch the best of the best on ice and soak up everything else you love about Las Vegas, including the first ever 9-day pool party. Reserve your place in history now at LasVegasCurling.rocks. Las Vegas 2018, your curling oasis awaits.
Ninth end. Switzerland 6-4 ahead of Germany. Very interesting call in the 8th end for Team Switzerland to take their one under no pressure at all.
By making that decision, it means they go first at the next end, so they can dictate the play. As you saw there, their lead put it right into the forefoot. So they're really asking Germany the question here, how are they going to score big with the hammer? But with the free guard zone rule now, because Switzerland took their one and threw first at this end, they get to peel 1 stone earlier, so yeah. It's obviously a tactic that's worked for them in the past, and every team has got their own ways of playing the game and playing the scoreboard, and as I say, this business end of the game, certain ways will work for some teams, and at that last end you would have seen quite a few of the teams throw the stone through and blank the end, but it's obviously a tactic that worked for this team and they're happy with that. And their leads played 2 nice stones there.
So there you see the time clocks. Both teams got plenty of time on their hands. 13 minutes for Switzerland and just over 11 for Germany. So no worries on that side of things.
No, both teams got plenty thinking time left for the game. 3.5 minutes is really an ideal amount an end for thinking time, so. So Germany just tapping back there.
Yeah, so we'll take a look at Russia versus Scotland. Scotland 5-3 ahead. skip, Anna Sidorova. Looks like a little tap back to possibly score 2. And they're having to go hard on the sweeping on this one. Have they managed to get it past the top yellow? They have, but they've been rather fortunate to roll down into the forefoot for the single point. So Russia now trail 5-4.
Ja, 70. Sicher da rein.
So as expected in our feature game, Switzerland cleared off the corner guard as expected. They would do to open things up. Germany now want to gamble a bit with stones in play. Just looking to bring this in and freeze the stone in the house. And just a bit light of weight.
Ja, 82 reicht da nicht.
She was wanting there to come right up to the red at the back of the forefoot and sit on top of it. So where it's finished still gives Switzerland a problem. Not easy to remove the 2 yellows and not touch the red.
Yeah, just trying to maybe catch this one really thin. Pick it over the top.
Yeah, they'll be happy with that, just removing one of them.
Kann man auch, ja?
Ja, auch einfach flüssiger. Ja. Ich habe auch nichts mitgegeben, deswegen.
Dann, genau, einfach positiv und dann drauf.
Genau.
Flüssiger, 66.
Ja,
9. 10. 19. Schlag. Ja. 10.
Achtung. Hier.
So just looking to nudge this yellow back into the pack. Just didn't curl enough, but has created a nice little nest.
65.
Yeah, her weight was perfect, it just didn't curl at the...
Ja. Okay.
So while they're deciding what to do, we will take a look at the Czech Republic versus Hungary. And the skip Polanska for Hungary, just looking for a nose hit for a single point. Tie the game. This game has been back and forward. Hits that one in the nose, scores a single point. They are tied at 7 after 8.
Das ist ja nicht gut, oder?
Nein, ich würde rauswicken, wenn.
Das ist nicht gut. Ja.
Und hoffe, dass er ein bisschen bewegt. Ich glaube schon, dass...
Also das würdet ihr nicht machen, da in die Mitte.
Okay.
Wenn sie noch
Das
nicht
andere,
doppelt hat,
ja.
haben wir da.
Ja. Ja.
Also einfach zuerst den und dann...
Ja, klar. Ja.
Ja.
Ist gut?
Gut.
Ja. Wie schnell?
Solid.
Solid, ja.
Von innen oder von außen?
So the big debate there, Kenny, was it looks fairly straightforward, remove the yellow, but it's important that they don't leave a bigger nest for Germany to come in and sit on. So ideally they want to move their own stone out the way as well.
Yeah, a little surprised that they're playing it off this handle.
Yeah, they're obviously looking at trying to come off the inside and spin the red. Yeah, that's a pretty good result for them. I think it was more important there what they left rather than how they were hitting, because that was a big thing. Germany don't want You don't want to give Germany something back tee to freeze on. You can see there she spins off it and pushes her own, and her shooter actually ends up top of the tee, so a great result. So forces Germany really to have to move them now, play a bit of weight at it and raise their own.
Oberman just trying to drive this one up. Looks to be inside ever so slightly. And wow. Peels out her own yellow, rolls out of play. And if you're Germany, you are in deep trouble now.
Yeah, that definitely wasn't the result she was looking for there. So it gives Switzerland now the opportunity to bring another one into the house, front ring, to block the way in for Germany.
Das ist die Frage, ob wir noch irgendwie auf Null kommen können, dass man halt dann die zwei letzten machen.
Wir müssen uns auf jeden Fall nochmal was nehmen. Wir müssen
Spielt das! Ich erinnere länger! Wie lang? Wie lang? Oh nein, nein, nein.
So sweepers are happy, it's got plenty of weight on it.
Yeah, the line's not great either.
We're just looking for a front ring weight, and it's more a back ring weight, so not what they were looking for, but still forces Germany to have to play the hit on these two stones. Great shot, so removed 3 red counters there. Doesn't lie shot, but the key thing was that she removed some red stones, which she did. So important here for Switzerland to hit in the nose and stay to force the pressure on Germany. They want to lie 2 to force Germany to take their 1 here at this end. So I think if she noses this, Germany will go for the freeze.
I think you've got to. I think that's all you've got. You've got to try and create something. Well, it does make the hit and stay. Yeah, that's exactly what she's called, Rona. Just the freeze in the back. Back red.
Yeah, she really has to create an opportunity to score 2 here when she's got last stone. She wants just to come up and sit on that back red that's lying short currently.
Ja, weil ich jetzt weiter innen. Da ist, glaube ich, nicht so frostig. Okay. Und dann bis hinten im Haus, was meinst du? 80? Ja.
Daniela Jentsch. Real key shot this. Could be the turning point in the game.
Genau, Freeze. 8. Genau, Freeze. Linie, super. Genau, Freeze. Ja, Lauflinie, alles. 13, 8. Ja. Weiter. So
It's not too far away.
Okay.
Just doesn't have enough weight though.
War sogar 3. Ja, 14-0.
82. Schade, das reicht ja lange nicht. Gell? War gut gespielt.
So Switzerland now want to push that through and lie 3. Or as long as she still lies 2, she's still forcing Germany to take the 1. So the main object of this is to remove it from play without jamming on your reds.
Yeah, but a pretty straightforward shot for Teranzoni though. Yeah, she's going to catch a piece of this, no problem.
Yeah, perfect. So by line 2, she's forcing Germany to draw for 1.
Ja, dann genau gleich. Ja.
Switzerland have played a really solid end here after taking their draw at the last end for 1. They've really piled the pressure onto Germany.
Ähnlich aus.
Genau gleich.
Länge gut. Hat ein bisschen mehr Grundlänge gehabt, aber sehr ähnlich.
Schneller aus.
Länge ist gut.
Läuft gerade. Das ganze Nachfuß.
Jetzt curlt er.
Länge ist gut.
13,5.
Yeah, sweeper's just nursing it in, and she's played it perfectly.
Yep, so 1 point on the board. They now trail 6-5 after 9 ends.
Genau.
Genau.
So 10th and possibly the final end here in this second round robin game at the European Curling Championships from St. Gallen, Switzerland. Switzerland leading 6-5. And also have last stone, and Germany have, no, I apologise, the scoreboard isn't updated. Switzerland have last stone advantage.
So Switzerland just trying the tick shot here. They can't remove the stone from play, but they want to open up the centre and just tap the yellow to the side, which she's done perfectly. It's a great shot. That's a shot that since the free guard zone rules come in to force, that the leads have really had to work on, and it makes a big difference to the game for a lead being able to master these shots.
Yeah, certainly in the sort of last 5 to 6 years, the leads have perfected it. You know, you maybe only seen one or two a tournament, but now you can see leads making one or two every end, to be honest.
Okay.
So Turkey, Italy. And once again, Italy with the last stone. Dilzat Yitzel. Trying to get something on the board. And misses the double attempt, and it's going to be a steal of one for Italy, and they now lead 8-6. Scotland, they are 5-4 ahead, and it's Russia sitting on. Muirhead attempting to play a tap, battering weight into the button for a single point.
Wow! Wow! Stop, sweet! Positiv. No, Anna! Die 8-9, Ruhelänge.
Muirhead not too happy with this one. And she's not happy with that because she bumped her own without a play. And it's going to be a steal of 2 for Russia. And they now lead 6-5 after 8 ends.
Okay. 75. Okay, ich hätte nicht mitgeben dürfen.
So Germany had put up another guard here, and Switzerland tried the second tick, but didn't remove the guard from centre of play, so gives Germany that opportunity to have a guard to draw behind. They managed to maybe even get a double in this. They just didn't quite catch it early enough, Rona. No, because they definitely wanted to roll over that side. They didn't want to stay near where the stone they were hitting, because that would have given Germany something to freeze on behind the guard. So it was important they moved their shooter out the way there.
Weniger mit. Viel Grundlänge. 2, 7. Weit. Aufpassen. 5. Aufpassen. 4 Curling. Jetzt. Über die Center. Über die Center. Weiter. Weiter über die Center. Auf geht's. Ja.
Sweeper's going on this one. Just doesn't do enough to get in for shot. Still think that Switzerland will go after it. Yeah, they could have ignored that and just gone for the guard at this stage, but she's happy she can see enough of the stone, and it is blocking the way into the button, so happy to take it here. It's all hit and roll to the wing. Yep, so although Switzerland are line 2, they will really be ignored, those stones, from now on. The centre guard's up for Germany, so they'll keep persevering with drawing round it to try and force an error from Switzerland. And Switzerland will just try and keep clearing up the front, so they've got a way in with their last stone. So Germany coming round this centre guard. Sweepers sweep well to get that past. And it's just about come out the other side of the guard there. So Switzerland now decide this is time to get the front clear and clear the guards off. The skip's always thinking, Kenny, you know, looking where the opposition stone is, it's not in the 4 foot, so the skip can always outdraw that at the end if needed. So it's time to take the guard.
So Germany now are going to call a timeout. They want to speak to their coach to work out the best tactical move.
Ich überlege nur, ob es uns was bringt, wenn wir den Freeze auf dem hinteren spielen, weil dann muss sie sich halt überlegen, was das spielt erstmal.
Ja, schon mal nochmal eine Guard spielen.
Das Ding ist halt, wenn es nochmal drankommt und reinrollt, weißt du? I was just thinking about the freeze
so
on the red one.
Down
but I'm
comes the
not
coach
sure
with
if
the
it makes
most
sense. But if
Scottish
we-
sounding name, Jock, but from Canada and coaching Germany. So-
Like a guard to guard this doesn't make sense.
No.
We need a
Go
center.
just off the- just touching the center line,
Yeah.
just off center, and then you can either promote or come around that way. He's probably going to peel it.
But off center to that side or to the other one?
No, that's this
This
side.
here?
Yeah. And then she's probably going to peel it.
Yeah.
You know, and then you either go again or go down. I think the last one would be over there, and I would be above it, not so that if she hits it, she jams.
So 2 more.
So like in front of the T line, you
Exactly.
mean? Yeah, right.
So parallel with this
Yeah,
one. So
okay.
you're line 1, 2.
This would be one.
One,
This would be my
2,
last.
So if she hits it on the nose.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would go here, then over there.
With my first? No, she has
No,
one
we've
more.
got one more left.
So
So I would go here,
To one guard.
here,
If she peels the guard,
peel it,
one more guard.
one more, and then
And
last
if she
one. Over.
takes
Okay.
this,
Then if she goes
Then
that
we
one, then
come
you wrap
around.
around.
Red round.
Okay.
Okay. Sure.
das war eng, oder?
Ja.
Also ich gebe mir das gleich als richtig gescheit auf.
Ja.
Okay.
Ja, du brauchst jetzt eh die Guard.
Very clear instructions there from the coaches what to do, and the team seem more than
Auf die
happy.
Seite, auf die Höhe circa.
Yeah, it's something we don't really see too much of it. A lot of coaches do come down and give some input, but you don't really see clear instruction. There's certainly no doubt in what he was wanting there.
And it's great for the team because they're obviously at a point they've called a timeout because they're not too sure. So that person coming down and just being quite clear on this is what you'll do, this is what she'll do, and then this is what you do with your last few stones.
Schaut lang aus.
4, 5,
Schaut lang aus. Schaut sehr lang aus.
5,
Der ist hinten im Haus, oder?
ja, 6, 6.
Hinterher. Hinter!
9.
Bis hier. Bis hier.
So the coach had told them here to put up a centre guard. So just played a wee bit heavy.
Okay. 84.
What was the thought process there then?
Yeah, maybe just rushed the shot a little bit. Anywhere short, really.
Anywhere between the hog line and the house would have been a good result. So definitely advantage to Switzerland now.
Ja.
And they only get one time out in the game, so they can't bring the coach back down to ask what to do next. So Switzerland are going to hit here and get rid of some yellow. And just took the one.
Müssen wir eigentlich. Eigentlich die Guard so, dass wir den halb verdecken, oder? Dann können wir nämlich hier reinfahren. Oder?
Überleg gerade,
Weil
jetzt
sonst
vielleicht
kann
mit
sie über
dem
den
abspielen.
schießen.
Kannst den abspielen, dann ist der noch
Wie
tot.
steht?
Wenn dann auf den.
Ja, wenn dann hierher.
Ich glaube jetzt, eine Guard ist jetzt sinnlos.
Ja.
Denke ich auch. Weil wir müssen eigentlich schauen, dass wir den Achter noch ins Spiel bringen nachher, weißt du, dass wir zweimal liegen.
Und wenn wir jetzt den abspielen, aber das ist blöd, gell? Weil sonst bringen wir den nicht mehr ins Spiel.
Mit den müssen wir nachher als unsere Guard benutzen, im
Genau.
Prinzip. Weißt?
So you see the stats for the skips. Tirinzoni up at 90%. Jench up their game. She was sitting
Den
mid-60s
fast den Freeze jetzt besser und nachher
Ja.
den Kamera.
Genau.
through 5 ends.
Ja.
Ja. Also hier, oder? So. Genau.
Ja. Der läuft so hier immer, oder? Ich denke, das ist gut, machen wir es. Ja. Kurz über die 8. Ich würde sagen 75.
So quite a bit of discussion between the team there.
Haben wir auch, weißt du noch, gedacht.
Because initially they were going to put the centre guard up, but because the situation had changed,
Also ähnlich wie eben.
they're now wondering whether to freeze in the house.
Einfach nach Gefühl fühlst du.
Basically need to try and force an error from Switzerland here.
Schaut gut aus.
80.
77.
Lang ist gut. Dann müssen wir.
Aktiv, war sehr aktiv.
I don't think there's really any benefit from freezing this one back of the 8 foot. Potentially swing one round the red top of the 8 foot or through a centre. That would be the two options, but I don't really think this was on the menu.
No, I think certainly the draw around the red to the back of the 4 foot on the other side would have put the pressure and asked the question of Switzerland, whereas this is more of an open hit for them.
Ja.
So just looking to get rid of this yellow stone. Doesn't really want to hang about. Sweep it as far away as possible. So that's a good shot. So Switzerland lie 2. Germany need to make a good shot here.
Genau.
Aber genau gleich. Ja, ja, auf jeden Fall.
Yeah, a little bit perplexed why they're trying to freeze this back open one.
Kann ruhig leicht versetzt sein. Aber nur
Draw
minimal.
clockwise rotation round the red at the top of the white. Lie at the back of the 4, they would lie short and it could be buried.
Aber darf ja wirklich, darf minimal neben der
And
Nase
force
liegen.
Switzerland to play a much harder shot.
Das passt, wenn du genau sagst. Ja, das passt. Gleiche Länge. Ja.
So the key thing is, needs to be shot with this stone to force Switzerland to play their last.
Easy.
9.
Acht.
Wow.
9.
Gallen.
Line and weight look pretty good.
Sweepers are happy.
Just bounced off a little bit too much.
75. Ja, aber einfach flüssiger.
Ja.
Yeah, so a fairly routine shot for Silvana Tiranzoni. She's got the cushion, she's got second and third counter here. She's 1 up on the scoreboard, so she only needs to split it out the house to win the match.
Ja, ist gut.
Yeah, it's a wide open hit for Tiranzoni and Switzerland to pick up their second win here at the European Championships. She's already up. She's already raising her brush and right on the nose. And they score 2 and another win. So 8-5 winners over Germany. So there you see it. 8-5 the final score. Great win for the host nation.
Und wieder die gleichen Fehler, meine.
Okay.
So we're picking up coverage between Russia and Scotland. And it's Scotland sitting 2. Scotland playing yellows, Russia reds. And Russia have got that corner guard in play. There's Vicky Adams, full-time curler.
Clean! Clean it! Clean it! Clean it! Okay.
There's the hit and stay. Now Russia will look to utilise that corner guard that was thrown early in the end. So Russia throwing the out turn or counter-clockwise draw. This was looking really nice. Right down onto the tee line.
That's okay, even this is good. Hat.
So Vicky Adams trying to play the come around, catches the corner guard, gets second prize. Alexander Reva, the 25-year-old, hits that one on the nose, but doesn't sit second shot. So Scotland with a chance to hit 2. Anna Sloan, the third player for Scotland. This one seems to have grabbed, it just took off, but they managed to hold it. So Margarita Fomina for Russia. Long time on this Team Savdrova, and plays that one well onto the nose.
Or do you like just nose? I like a half roll barrier.
Scotland probably just looking to roll to the open side. Don't want to set up an easy double with Rowan in behind. That's what they have done. So, what does Anna do now? Does she drive the red back or does she drive the yellow back?
Nice, Anna, feet. Если мы здесь сделаем вот так. 10, 5, 11. Stay. Да. Whoa. Sweet, oh. Whoa. Yeah, whoa. Whoa. Sweet.
Trying to run back.
Sweet.
And this one looks really nice. Makes the takeout, drives that one back, and leaves a nice tight angle to get that one in the nose. Nice shot from Margareta Fulminat.
Like hack?
Good hack, like as in barrier on this side, just that's much slower.
Yeah, it's not swinging that much more. Yeah, I think we got to it. As long as we sit around to beat that front red.
Yeah.
So Scotland have called the
She might
timeout.
draw. Okay. So if I just throw like a normal barrier, it should be like
Yeah,
hack.
I
Eh?
agree.
Yeah, probably just running a little bit tight for time.
It was just more for
I
time.
know.
I don't think we're going to need, what, do you think that? A wee bit more? That?
We can hold them here.
Yeah.
I think that'll be cool for you.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Just like a hack. Yeah.
You obviously got to try and hang around.
Yeah.
I think
I guess worst case scenario, don't hang around. For her to make a play, you're going to start to leave the double.
Yeah. I like,
You
yeah.
just got to get by the yellow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's perfect. Roll.
Hack.
Hit roll right here.
Yeah,
But do you
some-
think we're not that wide though, Anna? This is like... Okay. Okay.
Some wise words there from very experienced skip. Just make sure you're past the yellow. Even if you hit and run with this, it's no great disaster. The two
What do I
stones
play
at the top of the
first?
house are going to be pretty close together. That's what he was just saying. Don't catch the top yellow.
Okay.
So the men just warming up, getting ready for later in the day. Skip Eve Muirhead.
Whoa. Clean. Whoa. 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 Ah. Clean. Whoa.
Must be pretty happy with this one.
Yeah, really nice controlled weight. And it's good to lie the two because it forces Russia now, because Russia have to score to peel the game, but they want a 2. So by Eve staying there, it's now making Russia have the tough decision. And Russia have only got 1 minute 13 on their time clock, so they're not
Time.
flush on time. They're calling a timeout, probably more to let them think rather than actually speak to the coach.
Yeah.
You only get 1 timeout per game, so it's a good management of their thinking time to use it. So she's looking here whether she plays the same shot as Eve just did, or whether she comes right round the front one to the forefoot.
Если мы привезем сюда, у нее, ну, как бы она будет мочить через свой, и мне последний ранбэк делать на победу. Еще в зависимости от того, где у нее здесь станет, может быть, вести. Не на победу даже, а на экстраэнд. Здесь очень сложно сделать ролл внутрь. I don't like the idea to go here. Like, I mean, it will be way more tougher for me with the last one if she plays this one.
So you got to
We can play this one and hope that she just roll out, but I mean, yeah. Or the other option, I can try to play a double here, even though it's tough and well, but we will leave her like easy double. Yeah. Да. Ну, как бы если он останется здесь, главное, чтобы он оставался ближе сейчас. Okay.
Decision is made. Roger Schmidt, the Russian coach, down giving some words of wisdom.
Not sure if I would call this run-up. I think I'd probably just play the in-turn draw round into the top of the forefoot. She seems pretty happy though.
She does, she's laughing.
She can maybe see a little bit more than we expect.
You saw Eve's coming down at a nice weight, but not curling much out here, so the importance with this shot is what she leaves here.
Yeah, must be pretty close with this one also. Well, has she done enough to sit short? I think she has. But as we wait for that one, we see that Hungary picked up their win against the Czech Republic. So Czech Republic yet to get off the mark, but another win on the board, and that was for Italy. They were 9-6 winners over Turkey.
So both Scotland and Russia here, both lost their opening game yesterday, so both of them want to get on a winning streak.
Yeah, even Weirhead has to hit and stay with this.
100% in our draws so far in this game, so...
You can't touch. Can't touch.
Needs to sit around fully in the 12.
Clean.
I always like to hear clean, it's good.
Yeah, no real chance of a double with that. You're going to force Russia and Anna Sidorova just to draw for the single point.
It's better weight, wasn't it? I was like, well, you cannot touch it. You just back like this.
So she just needs to be into the 8 foot here for one to take the game to an extra end.
Yeah, so final stone of the 10th end. Anna Sidorova only 71% on her draws. Just needs to be in the 8 foot though.
The sweepers are working hard at the moment. They obviously think it needs it.
I think they're okay, Rona.
Давайте, еще.
Yes, just.
Yeah, so we head for an extra end. But it will be Scotland who have the last stone advantage after 10. Extra end of this game between Russia and Scotland, all tied at 7. Scotland with last stone advantage. Russia playing the red stones, Scotland the yellow. Alina Kovaleva throwing up the centre guard. And has Lauren Gray been asked for a tick shot? I think she has by the weight she's playing here.
Yeah, just trying to tick it off the centre line.
Vicky, Vicky, Vicky. Vicky, go! Hard, Vicky! Go, 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 go.
Oh, just shaves past the side of it. Doesn't catch enough. So time clocks, they've got an additional 4.5 minutes.
They get 30 hours thinking time for the 10 ends, so because it's an extra end, they get extra minutes to play the extra end, so they don't need to panic. So Russia just putting up the second centre guard. They want that cover. So again, Lauren Gray just being asked for a tick to try and move this off the centre.
Hard! Whoa! Whoa! Anna! Go, Anna! Go, Anna! Right, roll it, roll it. Come on, Anna, let's go.
Well, catches the high one.
Puts her shooter in the house.
So elsewhere, we've seen Switzerland 8-5 winners over Germany. Hungary picking up their win against the Czech Republic. Also Italy 9-6 winners over Italy. And over in Sheet E, Sweden really showing their form, 8-1 winners over Denmark.
So Russia just ignoring the stones already there. She's coming right into the house. She wants to put this one right on the button, and yep, she wants to put that in the right place to win the end and spend the rest of the end guarding it. Thought she might up another centre guard there. It's still quite early in the end, but she's chosen to come round. So Vicky just peeling the centre guard.
Well swept. Good bet. Well swept, guys.
Would have liked to have rolled that one out of play, but I don't think it'll cause too much trouble out there. So Alexander Reva, 76% for this game. Line looks really good on this one. Maybe just over curling a little bit. Eve electing to just go with the guard. Yeah, I actually do like this call from Vicky Adams.
Yeah, it's an opportunity to get that off the 1 foot.
Yeah, if they get fully buried, it's at least opening up half of the 1 foot. So, yeah, a good call by the second player.
Clean, yep, yep! Hard, Lauren!
So they're sweeping this one hard all the way.
Whoa! Whoa!
Okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Good.
Wow.
Great shot. Well swept, well played. That was where it was a good teamwork there, Kenny. Good communication between them all about the right shot to play at the right time, and called it well, played it well, and swept it well.
Только вес. Пока много, Саша. Саша, ждем. Лучше выше,
You don't see that in all teams where the front end can call the shot. Sometimes the skip is the only one that can then call the shots.
So Russia just trying to come up and freeze on top of this, come up a bit short. So it gives Eve the opportunity now to get that centre guard away. Scotland really want to keep the centre as clear as possible.
Clean, yep.
Well, 97 hits, 97% on hits for
Roll it right out so it doesn't yep, good.
Anna Sloan.
Nice, Anna. Good, well swept.
Peels the centre guard off, does enough. This is going to be really difficult for Russia to construct something.
Давайте, давайте, девочки.
Steady game for Margarita Fominat.
Давайте, давайте, ближе.
Just roping this one over the hog line.
Whoa, whoa.
Just got to be a little bit cautious with this one. Don't want to drive the red onto the corner guard and drive the red back into the house. Just need to be a little cautious.
Yep. Yep. Clean, we're good. Nice throw, Anna. It's a good throw. It's good.
Yep, played it well. So Scotland are sitting in a pretty good position at this extra end. It was really important that Vicky, when she went for the tap back in that one in the house, that she stayed there, because it blocks Russia's way in to that button.
Какие еще варианты, кроме гарда? Сейчас бить совсем точно нет, потому что если я выбиваю все это, она выбивает два наших, мне куда вести вообще некуда. Еще один вариант пробовать это толкнуть, зайти, но это те же, по сути, тот же двойной, и мне открытый фриз привести сюда и ей просто как-нибудь его выбить, потому что есть еще один. Мы сами себе потом испортим выталкивание. Нет, даже если мы сюда привезем, хорошо, что она будет делать? Она будет пытаться вот так пробить, свое оставлять. Я думаю, это самый оптимальный вариант. Well, I guess there is only one thing, like to play guard right now, and then like soft take out and yeah, try to stay on the line.
Yeah, okay.
No other option.
It's good that you overcurl that a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying.
For sure, she has to feel it. Yeah, she can. Okay, I think so. Right now, there's not many ways to really get to the button right now. With those side rooms.
Yeah, I think I'll have to play like a bit on that side with the last one.
That's right.
Like she'll have like either double or
probably maybe one open hit.
like 5 foot, 6 foot.
Yeah, you just got to keep them as tight as you can with the last one. That's all. Yeah, so she doesn't have an open hit possible.
Okay.
So they're electing to play the draw right round in behind. Is that the call?
I don't know, they had their coach Roger Schmidt down and they discussed whether to play the guard, whether to play the tap and red on to yellow, or whether to draw right round. So they've looked at all options.
Держала или что? У меня дро последнее сколько было?
Ничего себе.
что, хотим 0 тогда, что ли? И сказать 0 кидать?
So Anna Sidorova's only 75% on her 8 draws today. Whereas Eve Muirhead, the Scottish skip's at 100% on draws, so...
Саша.
Look at this, they possibly are going for the tap. Something up
No,
tight.
I think they're going close.
Well,
I thought we might have seen them just tap the red onto the yellow and tap it back T, so that she maybe had an option to freeze that one with her last stone.
Yeah, right where the R is.
Because at the moment, Scotland are in a good position by covering that top of the forefoot.
Right in the R, eh? I think so. She makes this draw here. I've got the same draw.
Yeah, because she can't.
That's impossible for her to get
You're
here.
going to be able to peel it.
Yeah, and if she
does
comes
get shot,
here,
she's gonna be
I can
back.
follow
Yeah,
it.
so you can follow.
So if we go here, I think so.
yeah, Scotland also calling the timeout.
She's got a thin. Well, that's what I'm thinking. If we're in the R, we're
Mr.
stopping
Howard
that.
making his way down onto the
She's
ice.
got the run, but she's got the run though. But then this is always coming off here. I'm going to full forefoot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Call Russia's bluff here.
Yeah, right here, eh? It's very tight, but even if she does, I can follow it. This is impossible to get here. Even if she does, I'm going to have the same shot. She's going to do something here and leave me a double, but I think I'd rather draw than play a double. See if we go where Vicky's brush is. She's going to do this. And then this draw is very hard. That's the only thing that's worrying me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we go there. I like that personally. If she makes it, I'm still going to have this because it's moving everything this way. Yeah?
So we want it like
We're better under curling than over curling. Where Vicky's brushes is better. I don't want to leave a hole to leave her a tap-tap. Okay, what? Well, kind of here's pretty nice, eh? Yeah,
then
you can use it.
Use it to remember. We go tight, she'll
Yeah,
use
that's
it.
true.
So I think
Yeah,
higher
level
is better.
thread's good. What hand do you like to throw? Out. Okay. I don't want too much, Anna.
Okay.
A wee bit less. I'd rather over curl.
Now, one shot they haven't looked at is the thin double off the yellow that's the top of the 12. If it over curls, as they said, if they don't mind it over curling, they might leave a thin double.
What did I play first?
And then they've blocked the root really down into there.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were really looking at what shots they were leaving Russia.
Just don't jump on it as long as we get the
Because
line
Russia, for Eve to put up this card, Russia are going to have to play the draw, or as you say, that very thin double. But Eve's quite confident that she would rather play the draw than go for the double, so it's whatever you're confident with. .100% on her draws this morning. So that's why she'll be confident to play that draw with her last stone rather than go for the hit.
Yep.
So trying to pull this as far as they can to block Russia's way into that red.
Well, I think they've blocked everything, to be honest. The double, the angle. I found a good spot.
Yeah, that's a great result. It's very hard for Russia to draw around here to lie short. So on one hand, Russia are happy they've got cover to use, but they actually can't get round it to lie short.
Я думаю, что надо по прямее отпускать просто. пройти здесь и вот так его оставить. Ну, сделать она сделает.
I think it was Anna
Пройти
Sidorov's first
нормально.
stone. The guard maybe wasn't the best option there for her.
Что у нас еще есть? С этой
That she
стороны
had to maybe
привести
move
за
the two
4
stones
фута,
in the
4
house
фута.
to give her an option with
Обойти
her
гард
last
и пройти
stone.
здесь начало дома. Ой, начало 4 футов.
So now she's faced with a very difficult shot.
Давай постараюсь попрямее. 10-5. Нормальная страна.
You see what the call was?
They were looking at raising the centre red onto the red in the house and back onto the yellow. She could actually split them all out and leave the yellow of Scotland on the right hand side lying shot. She did look at coming through the gap between the red and the yellow as well at quiet weight, but that looks very tough from this angle.
Yeah, so key shot for Anna Sidorova in this extra end. Her final stone. Just looking to try and promote the red onto the yellow. Hold her through the gap. And they're over the top. Is it going to sit for shot? I don't think it is. And it's going to be a win for Scotland. Scotland not needing to play their last stone. Scotland 8-7 winners.
Yeah, well played. Good save field though. Good back. Good. Up. Can you go? Good Audrey, well played. Good. Good. I didn't mean to hit you in the face. No, I think I hit Anna when I went.
So highlights of our feature game, Switzerland versus Germany. Fifth end. And Daniela Jansch facing 3 Swiss red stones, trying to draw the forefoot. Supers went coast to coast on this one. Couldn't do enough. And it was a steal of 3 for Switzerland. Sixth end, Switzerland leading 5 shots to 2. Daniela Jansch this time with a tap back for 2. Just needs to find a nose. And that's what she done to narrow the gap to 1, 5-4 after 6 ends. 10th end. Germany sitting 1 back of the forefoot. Tirinzoni for Switzerland just needs to make contact, remove the yellow, takes it away and scores 2, and an 8-5 win for Switzerland. Other scores, you've seen Hungary picking up a win against Czech Republic, 8-7. Italy 9-6 winners over Turkey. Scotland 8-7 winners over Russia, and Sweden 8-1 over Denmark. So here's the standings. Somewhat surprisingly, you see Hungary and Italy topping the table with 2 wins alongside Switzerland and Sweden. 1 win for Turkey and Scotland. And teams yet to get off the mark: Czech Republic, Denmark, Germany and Russia.
So, Silvana, congratulations. Second win of the championships. What was the difference today against Germany?
Well, we had a bit of a slow start, so we had to figure out the ice first. But I think we were the team that figured out it first before them, and I think that was the key. So the hits weren't as easy today as yesterday, I felt. So it was very weight sensitive. But as soon as we got that figured out, we played very well.
And can you explain what your thinking was at the 8th end when you drew for one? Everybody thought you were going to blank the end, so you decided to take your one. What was your thinking there?
Well, our game plan was from the beginning to score in that end. Maybe we could have taken a little more risk by playing a guard, but when they went in with their first, we started to hit, and then we were happy to have an easy shot for one, and we had the game planned to score one, and we just stick to that. So.
And can you tell me, playing in front of a home crowd, what does that mean to you?
It's very special. Makes me proud to actually play here, and it's fantastic to have them all here.
Thank you very much, and good luck for the rest of the week.
So that was winning skip, Silvana Terenzoni.